Finishing a crochet project is always satisfying, but sometimes it can feel like something's missing, and that something is often a border. The right border can completely transform your project, whether it's a blanket, a scarf, or even a tapestry for your wall. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make the moss stitch border. Before adding any of the decorative borders to my swatches, I like to start with a base round of single crochet. You can see I've already done that with these swatches here. And the reason we want to do that is to neaten up the edges and give us a clean, even foundation to work the border into. Most of the time, I like to use the same color as the swatch for this round so it blends in. And then we can switch to a contrasting color for the main border. But that part is totally up to you. You can get creative with it depending on the look that you're going for. So let's just really quickly look at how we're going to do this single crochet border. So to start your single crochet border, make sure that the right side of your swatch is facing you. If you've just finished your last row and the yarn is still attached, you can use that. Just chain one to begin a new round. And if you're on the wrong side currently, make sure you turn your work so that the right side is facing you. But if you're like me and you don't have yarn attached, we're just going to join it in the top right hand corner up here. So to do that, I'm going to start with a slip knot on my hook. And then insert your hook into the very first stitch in the top right hand corner and complete a single crochet. And then we're going to work all the way across the top of here, just placing one single crochet into each stitch. Now, of course, if your swatch is done with a different stitch, so say, for example, maybe it's moss stitch and you've got a chain space every other stitch, you'd also work into each of those chain spaces as well. You just want to work nice and evenly across the top until you get to the very last stitch. And when we get to the end of the row, we need to turn this corner. And to do that, we need to put 3 single crochets into this very last stitch. So we'll do 1, 2, and then 3. And that has allowed us to turn that corner and continue working down the edge of our work here. Now with my swatch, I was working mostly in single crochet. And that means that when I'm working down here, I can just put 1 stitch into the end of each row, and that's going to be nice and even. But if you're working with a different stitch, a taller stitch, for example, like double crochet, you might need to put more than 1 stitch per row. So if we take a look at one of my other swatches, this one, for example, has some double crochet stitches, and I had to put 2 single crochets into some of the rows. But the important thing here is not necessarily the number of stitches per row, it's that your work is nice and even. You want to check that as you're working, it's not puckering up or becoming wavy, that it is lying nice and flat like this. But as I said, if you've got a swatch like mine, which is mostly worked in a single crochet, it's nice and easy. We can just put 1 single crochet in the end of each row. And we're going to work all the way down this side until we get to the foundation chain down here. And when we get to the end of that edge, it's time to turn the corner. But before we do that, make sure you lie your piece out flat and make sure that this edge is staying nice and flat like that and that it isn't puckering up. If it is, don't worry, just rip out your stitches and try again, add some more stitches or fewer stitches until you get a nice even edge like this. And when you're happy, we can turn this corner. So we're just going to find the very first foundation chain here, and we're going to work 3 single crochets into there, just like we did with the previous corner. So 1, 2, and 3. And just as we did before at the top here, we're going to work 1 single crochet into each of our foundation chains until we get to this last one here. And again, we'll place 3 single crochets into the last one. Then we'll turn our work around like this and work into the edge of these rows, just like we did over here. So you can go ahead and work all the way across here, work into this corner here, and then work down this edge here. And I'll meet you at the end of this edge where I'll show you how we're going to finish things off. And when you've worked all the way around your square, it should look something like this. Now, when we started our border, we began in this corner up here. And we only put 1 single crochet in this corner, but as you know, we normally put 3 single crochets in the corner. So to finish this off, we're just going to put 2 more single crochets into that same stitch where we worked our first single crochet. So that is right there. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then we're just going to slip stitch with that first stitch there. And then we can cut our yarn and fasten off. Or if you want to do the next part of the border in the same color, you can of course keep it attached, but I'm going to be using a contrasting color. So I'm going to fasten off and weave in that end before I get started with the next step. The border we're going to be looking at is the moss stitch or the linen stitch, whichever name you prefer. And for this border, I'm going to be using 2 different colors. So I'm going to alternate between cream and purple. You can, of course, use 1 color or more than 2 colors. That's completely up to you. But we're going to start with a slip knot on the hook. And we're going to start by joining our yarn in one of the corners. It doesn't matter which one, but I'm going to start up here. And we want to find that corner stitch, which is right here. And we're going to insert our hook into that stitch, then yarn over and pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through both of that loops, and we have just completed a single crochet. And for this pattern, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be chaining 1, then we're going to skip the next single crochet, and we're going to work into the one after it. So let's do a chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then work into the stitch after it, just making 1 single crochet into there. And we're going to repeat that pattern. We're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, work into the stitch after it, working 1 single crochet into there. So this is a nice, easy, repetitive pattern. Chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet. So go ahead and work all the way across the first row and meet me at the next corner where I'll show you how we're going to tackle that. So I've worked all the way across the top edge, and your work should be looking like this. And I've now got 1 stitch left before the corner, which of course is going to be our stitch that we skip. And then we've got the corner stitch right here. So make sure you've just finished a chain 1, and then we're going to work our first single crochet into that corner stitch, just like so. And then we're going to chain 2. So 1, 2, and then we're going to work a single crochet into that same stitch that we've just worked into. So work back into that stitch, just making 1 more single crochet in there. And then we're going to continue in the same pattern we've been doing previously. So we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet into the stitch after it. And of course, we're just going to repeat this all the way down the side. And then when we get to the next corner, we're going to tackle that in exactly the same way. So you'll work 1 single crochet into it, chain 2, and then work another single crochet into it. So you can now go ahead and work all the way around the rest of your project until we get back to where we started. And I will meet you there and I'll show you how we're going to finish off this round. So I've now worked all the way around my project. I've now got 1 stitch left unworked, and then we've got this corner stitch where we started. And as you know, with the previous corner stitches, we've worked 1 single crochet, 2 chains, and another single crochet. But when we started this corner, we only did 1 single crochet, so we need to finish off that corner. So to do that, we're going to work 1 single crochet into that same space. Then we will chain 2, and then we're just going to slip stitch with the top of that first stitch to join. And then we're going to fasten off because the next round is going to be done with a different color. So just cut the yarn, leaving a tail, and fasten off. So this is what your first round should be looking like. And we're going to get started on round 2. We're going to start things off in the same way we did with the first round. We're going to start with a slip knot on our hook. And then we're going to find one of the corners. You can go in the corner that we just left or one of the other corners. It really doesn't matter. And we're going to start by joining the yarn with a single crochet. So insert your hook into that chain space. So where we have that chain 2 there, you want to insert your hook under that chain 2 and complete a single crochet. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to be working in the exact same pattern we did on the first round. So we'll start with a chain 1, and then we're going to skip the single crochet stitch and we're going to work under the chain. So we're going to work into that chain space just there. So insert your hook under the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. And then chain 1, and again we'll skip the single crochet and work into the chain. And we'll do that all the way along until we get to that corner chain 2 space. So I'll meet you there and I'll show you how we're going to work that. So I've just worked into the last chain space before our corner where we've got our chain 2 space. And we're just going to work this in the exact same way we worked the corners in the previous round. So we'll single crochet into that chain space, chain 2, and then single crochet back into that chain space. So nice and straightforward. And then of course, as we work down this side, we'll continue in our single crochet into the chain space, chain 1, and then single crochet into the next chain space pattern. So you can now go ahead and work all the way around your project until we get back to the start, and I'll meet you there and show you how to finish things off. Once you've worked all the way around your project and you've just worked your last single crochet into the last chain space and chained one, we're going to finish off this corner in the same way that we did with round one. So we'll just work a single crochet into that chain space where we started, chain two, and then we will join with that first single crochet by doing a slip stitch. And then, of course, we're going to fasten off this collar. And to continue working, all you would do is repeat round two until your border is as wide as you want it to be. And that's the great thing about this border. You can completely customize how wide it is, and you can use as many colors as you want. I'm only using two here. I think that gives a really nice effect alternating between the two, but you can have as many colors as you want. And I think it's a really great way to add a little bit of color to an otherwise quite plain project. And if you want more tutorials like this one, make sure you hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.